Angle the monitor down.
Yes, I'm getting ready to do that in just a second. Everybody have a napkin. That's water.
Here.
Hey, y'all.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Testing. Can we hear the mic?
Just a moment, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you guys for your patience. Shout out to the Joy Soul Music Media team who has been getting things together. Had a few delays, but we are not denied.
Good.
All right. Awesome.
Right here.
Yeah, that works. Now, should I bring this down?
What about this?
Yeah, I like it.
Perfect.
What do you think? Perfect. Yeah.
Okay.
Hello. Love you back. Hello. Hey, guys. We'll give folks a few minutes to hop on. We were a little bit delayed, but we here. Super excited. Hello. While we're here, this is my good soul sister, Jordan. Hi, Jordan. Jordan Evie, who I will introduce shortly when she finishes doing her technical stuff. Isn't it fun to have a good technical friend? And this is also my boo. But yes, so Jordan, tell people a little bit about who you are and what you do. I want to follow in the chat. How do I do that? Ooh. Can you help me?
Sure. Well, I am Jordan Soul Glow Arsenal. It's so nice to speak to you, collective. I am a spiritual counselor, self-love coach, intimacy coach, shaman, all that human shit. But most importantly, I am co-host to Joy's beautiful podcast, Lady Gratitude, where we talk about the journey and all things gratitude, all things love.
Hello.
Beautiful community.
Hi, Dr. Kathy Tatum. Thank you so much for your support. Hello, everybody. We're trying to get up here so I don't have to keep doing this. To read the comments, but we definitely want to make sure that everybody's in frame.
So we're getting it together.
We're getting on together. And then Evie Stacks is a dope lyricist and an amazing creative. And as you can see, saves my life when it comes to technical stuff. Now, let me tell y'all something about me real quick before Evie talks about herself. Media and technology is not my ministry, y'all. Like, I'm an 80s baby and I'm still learning. So I'm so grateful for people around me, that Spirit has aligned folks around me that know how to do this and do it well. So just bear with us a little bit, but I'm so appreciative for you guys to join. Now, Evie Stacks Music, tell people a little bit about yourself.
I am the CEO of Lucrative Persistence, it's not touching. Toggling back and forth, which is an entertainment agency and label, which is created for the creative. So I assist. I'm a resourceful person, as you see. I'm doing audio production right now, sound engineering, film production, social media content creator. All the things under that umbrella. So, hi.
Hello. Yeah. So while we are getting ready to get started, I just want to. Oh, my sister's on. Mika. She said, "Hey, Evie." Hey. I just want to tell all of you first and foremost, thank you. Do y'all know that y'all are dope? Like, I am so honored and grateful to have people that resonate with my music, to know that this music is going all over the world. I am receiving all of your emails, your DMs, your text messages. For those of you that have my number, excuse me, the fact that you guys are using this music, I call my power back, clarity, light, like all the things to meditate, to use in your spiritual, journey is such an honor. Like I do not take it lightly. I'm not one of those people that started doing music because I seek stardom. It's really very, very divinely inspired. 5 years ago, you wouldn't have told me that I would be even doing music right now. Mm-hmm. So I am just so grateful that the music that flows through me is affecting you guys and helping you guys and inspiring and encouraging and empowering you in the ways that it is. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. My community is the freaking bomb. Like, I am so grateful for all of you guys. And also, guys, make sure that you are sharing and liking this live. Make sure that you guys are tagging your friends. Make sure that you are sharing it on your social media pages. This is all organic. Like, I'm a real person. These are real people. We're not industry plants or, people that are trying to be a part of the matrix. Like literally, this is organic, real life. Like, we are figuring this out. I'm still understanding what it means to be an artist and, all the things that come with that, the marketing and the business side of those types of things. Now, I do have background in business. Don't get it twisted. Your girl has been a solopreneur for a long time. For those of you who don't know, I recently retired from behind the chair. I have been a licensed cosmetologist for almost 20 years. And I do not mind dating myself. I'm 41 and I look real good. And so I have been doing hair and around the hair industry, the beauty industry, for as long as I can remember. I do also have another YouTube page called Joy Williams Beauty. You guys, if you want to go check that out and look at the hair videos and all that good stuff. I was blessed to be able to do some amazing, amazing things in my career. I worked with Miss USA. I'm a 3-time Miss USA stylist. I worked with Miss Universe. I also worked with the Miss USA contestant Chesley, who unfortunately has passed. We have a note from Chickpea.
Yes, and I need to ask, how does the sound?
Can you guys hear us well? That we're asking about the sound. Thank you so much for your note.
Good feedback.
For your feedback.
Come through,
so
Chickpea.
She said tighten the camera shot to shorten the headspace. It will improve the screen. Okay, so we'll pull that in. Can you pull that in for us, please? Push the table closer.
How y'all doing?
Yeah.
Hey. I'm like, you can tell your camera. Right. Look. Look at that. That's y'all, Chickpea. Hey. Chickpea came through with the knowledge.
Go. Yes.
Thank you.
Because y'all, we trying to figure this out, okay? But and I don't mind being like, I don't mind being transparent with that, right? Because I think a lot of times people want to portray themselves as like, we already know what I'm doing. We already, no, we don't. We're figuring it out. It's a journey. It's
definitely a journey.
Yeah. But what I was saying about my my beauty industry career. So Chesley Christ, who was the Black Miss USA with all the beautiful natural hair, she was and is a beautiful soul, and she has transitioned to the next phase of her journey. But I definitely worked with her, and subsequently I was already, prior to working with her, been an advocate for mental health awareness. Absolutely became even more an advocate for mental health awareness after her untimely death of her we probably can't say that online. Unaliving herself. There we go. And so we gotta be mindful. We don't get like
we don't need no fines.
Whatever.
We told y'all we knew.
Right. Well, no issue. But yeah. So I mean, I loved working with her. She was such a beautiful soul, and mental health awareness is real. As a result, we have created the Joy Soul Wellness Foundation. You guys will hear more about that very soon. But it is definitely about mental health awareness, making sure that people have support, making sure that people are connected to resources, making sure that people know that they're just not by themselves, and part of my music is that part of the affirmation music and the things that I'm speaking and even the frequencies that we're using in the music is to help us to all, know that we're important, that we're loved, that we're not by ourselves. So all of these things are just tying in together, basically. And so, I also got a chance to work. I used to work for She Hair Care. I was an executive master educator with them. And I traveled all over the place teaching and educating folks. And I was their first Black or first African-American female on-air personality on HSN. And so I did a little HSN stuff. And so, the background is, has been around for a while. Yeah. We've been doing that thing for a while. Yeah. The transition to music was really, I've always done affirmations, right? I've always written poetry, even as a kid. Like, I was such an introvert, y'all. Like, I would rather go outside and like play with the animals and roll around the grass. I definitely didn't know that it was called grounding at that moment. I just knew that I was a little country girl in East Texas that used to like walk around outside with no shoes on, and observe and notice the beauty in nature and talk with what at that time I didn't realize was my ancestors and my spirit guides and my angels. And I spent a lot of time by myself, entertaining myself. But writing was a way that I expressed myself as well. And so, I've always been a writer. I was reading short stories, et cetera, et cetera. And affirmations became a part of that as I began to do my own mental health journey and, coming through depression and overcoming. I was a foster child. You wouldn't know. I don't look like what I've been through, but I was a foster child. I dealt with some, horrors of abuse there. And, just decided to not allow that to be a crutch. Really decided that it's my decision. I've seen the worst that life can give me. So why not see the other side? And that's literally just how I live my life. And so I know I said a mouthful and that's a lot, but I just want y'all to kind of know me, my background, and a little bit about what I do and why I do what I do. And that, I am just me. Like, it's just who I am. So along this journey, I met these two beautiful souls, and we'll talk a little bit about how each of us met individually. And we started the Lady Gratitude podcast. And so you guys are part of our very first live stream for Lady Gratitude podcast. Woo! Not all of them will be live streamed because this is not easy. Right. But you will definitely get a chance to see more, and we'll be like having more video out, and we'll eventually put it on Spotify and all those good type of things. So Jordan, you want to tell them a little bit about Lady Gratitude Podcast and what we talk about?
Man, Lady Gratitude Podcast is definitely about the journey. Yeah. I think when you reach a certain level within the journey, not to say that you graduated, but it's almost like once you come out of the other side of those tower moments, you end up understanding how pivotal the fire was.
Oh, yeah.
It's almost like that fire that we tried to avoid for so long that we thought would just burn us to crisp ends up being that thing that gives us this rebirth, this massive rebirth.
Right.
Once you get out to that other side, you end up seeing the interconnectedness and understanding how everything had to happen exactly as it did.
Absolutely.
To get you to where you are. And when you finally reach, especially that first moment of gratitude, of just like complete, utter peace. And like, oh my God, I don't need to get high to have this peace. I don't need to find the first man that I can to find this peace. Like, it's just an inner knowing and an inner trust and an inner happiness within yourself.
Right.
That you're like, damn, I'm grateful for this journey.
Right.
And I think every time me and Joy came into contact with each other, it was always such a moment of gratitude between us.
Yeah.
Because we were always like, damn, like this was always a reciprocal conversation.
Always.
And I really don't think people understand how hard it is to find people to have like-minded souls, to have these reciprocal conversations where you're not walking away feeling drained. You're not walking away feeling like you had to preach to the choir. Right. It was literally like, oh shit, I had a conversation with somebody and they poured into me just as much as they can say that I poured into them. Mm-hmm. And you walk away from those just feeling so fulfilled and just so happy. And that was every interaction that we have ever had. And when we tell y'all, like, I think you'll see on one episode of Lady Gratitude just how our people, I'm going to say our dead people, our ancestors intertwined together. Girl, we go off. And it's always such a beautiful interaction. It's beautiful to be able to just be one with my sister. You know? Absolutely. And it's never felt like production day. It always feels
it feels like
I'm
we
with
just
my
hanging out with our people. We hanging out with the tribe, for sure.
And I'm grateful for it. So that's a little bit of what it's about. But I don't feel like you'll even be able to put it into a box because I feel like just beautiful things unfold magically each time we come together and we're in medicine with each other.
Right.
Medicine. The medicine.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. And it's definitely and love and vibes and genuine, like I genuinely like this person, right? Yeah. Like it's not like we're trying to come together like, yeah, let's get this money, let's do this podcast so people can know. Like we actually hang out outside of work. Like, we actually spend time together. We love each other. We break bread together. We share business ideas.
My kid called him auntie.
That's nephew. You know what I mean? Like, and so I was thinking about our podcast because we've been talking about like what direction we want to go this year and that type of stuff. Yeah. And so what came to me was that we should start signing off in all things gratitude.
I love that.
And I was just like, I love it. I love that because it really is, no matter like how bad it looks, no matter what crap we go through, no matter what parts of us that are necessary to kind of purge out some things and get rid of some limited mindsets and beliefs, like at the end of the day, in all things, gratitude. Like gratitude, because that will get you to so many places and that will allow you to be free to truly be your best self. And you know, I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful for Evie. How did we meet, Jordan?
Girl, so
let's share that story real quick. We will be dropping the video just real quick. It's coming, but we just want to kind of talk to you guys. And also, I'm also watching the comments to see what you guys are saying. But go ahead.
Right. So we met at the #1 Black-owned metaphysical shop here in Houston. Yes. Our Little Red One Shop.
Shout out, Auntie.
Shout out to Amy. But yes, I am the manager there, and at that time I was not. At that time I was a little young buck coming up in this thing, and Joy came into the shop. And you know, it's so funny. She has a shirt that she has that says, "I may be alone, but I
may walk in solo, but I got a whole army with me."
But I got a whole.
It's a lyric from Vibrate Me. It's the lyric from the song Vibrate Me.
Girl, when I tell y'all,
walk in solo, but I got a whole army with me.
When I tell y'all, a whole army. Oh, do you understand? Like a whole army. A whole army. She was my first Tree of Life reading, which for anybody who knows that is 21 cards. And I was such a pussy hoe when it came to doing Tree of Life readings. I was such a pussy hoe. I don't know why I was so afraid of that. I was so afraid. But Spirit was like, you know, you can't back out of this one, right? Yeah. And I was like, okay, fine. I got to go outside and ground. She was so patient, though. It was so cute. I was like, I'm going to go outside and ground, okay? She was like, okay, take your time. She was just on her phone. But I came back in and I think we sat down for like an hour and a half.
It was about an hour and a half.
It was about an hour and a half, maybe even 2 hours. Like we were in there, like we were in the thick of it. And it's so interesting sitting down with Joy because I always get teleported somewhere. Where I'm gonna get teleported, we don't know till the end. But I know I'm gonna go to a place. Like, you know. But yeah, it's just it's powerful when you sit in certain energy.
Yeah.
Because it's almost like the frequency of that energy just kind of emits you like even higher. And it was like she showed up in my eyes as who I wanted to be. And I tell her that all the time. She never believes it. Because she never believes her own hype. I know. But and you know what? It's so awesome because I feel like we both do this thing where it's like we don't see our own hype sometimes. Because we're just showing up as us. Yeah. And so like everybody's like, oh my God, how do you do this? How do you do that? I'm like, like, right. I was like, I'm here. It's a Saturday.
It's a typical day.
It's a typical day. Like,
yes, I manifest and create miracles every single day. That's
you know, right. Like, and you know what? I thought about this the other day. It came up in meditation for me. I love that no one can ever say that you have gatekept anything.
Thank you.
It like no matter what level you have reached in your life and in your career, I can say no one can ever say that they beat the empath out of you or that like you are a gatekeeper. Like you are so big on making sure that everybody eats, everybody gets put on, that we all like are in this together. Yeah. And that's
interesting.
That's really especially when you reach certain levels. Yeah. Because when you reach certain levels, that's normally when people start getting like fearful and start moving. It's like I can really say that she is the embodiment of her lyrics. Like it's almost like you can tell she's saying these things to herself in the mirror because your trust is so beautiful.
Because I really be talking to myself, y'all. I love that y'all love my music. I'm so appreciative of y'all. I thank y'all so much for rocking with the music. But can I tell y'all a secret? I be talking to myself.
No, for real.
Like I really just be talking to me. And I let y'all in on the conversation between me and spirit. Right. Like literally that's what's happening. But
that's what makes it so pure though.
Well, thank you. And I don't feel like there's a need to gatekeep. I don't feel like there's a need. There is so much abundance out here for all of us.
No, literally.
There is so much business. There are so many clients. There is so much money out here for all of us.
You can't heal the world by yourself.
You can't.
Like, and the thing about complex.
No, the thing about it is there has never been from hair and beauty to owning my own salon to now
heroes, right?
Now doing this music. Okay, well, you guys can hear?
Can hear.
Can y'all type in the chat? We can hear you.
Okay.
If y'all can hear us.
Yeah, people are typing.
But from all of the phases of my life, it was never a vision I could do by myself. There's never been anything from my product line, which I'll talk about in a second, to, anything that I do that it was never a vision I could. Oh, hello. I share.
They want you to do that again.
Yes. There's nothing that I've ever been given that was like, okay, yeah, you can just do this all by yourself. Never. And so for me, that means that I need community.
Yeah.
That means that I need help. That means that I need people to come and align with the vision so that we together can write the vision, make it plain so that they that see it can run with it.
Because community is
we
medicine.
have to do it together.
Yeah, community is medicine.
Yeah.
Like ultimately we cannot say that like as human beings, we all need to feel seen and heard.
Right.
Like, and even if your community is not the same as the community that it used to be,
right,
that's okay. We all go through like different journeys and different parts and different seasons of our lives.
Right.
My party friends were not going to be the same people that I'm going to evolve with at this point in my life.
Absolutely.
But as long as you allow yourself to surrender and be seen and heard by people. You know, like don't close off your heart because of traumas that have happened and because there were people in your journey or in your path that didn't understand you. Don't close off heaven because you've gone through hell.
Man, hold on. Wait. I need you to rewind. So in poetry, we do this thing called rewind, right? Rewind. So I need you to rewind it. Rewind that.
Like, do not go, like, stop your heaven in order to entertain someone else's hell. Like that, it doesn't, there is your kind. There is your kind. There is always going to be your kind because you're always going to attract experiences from where you are at that time in your life.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even with the triggers that happen, like the healing is in the triggers. So it's like, we can look at these things like, damn, the universe don't like me. They keep sending the same type of, or we can also look at it from a growth mindset of like, damn, I've got an opportunity to actually show up as the person that I preach that I am.
Yeah. That's gorgeous. I love it.
It's hard.
Listen, y'all, we can do it. She's so smart. I love it.
Okay, so let me say this. It starts off as being hard at first because we haven't built the discipline that is required. And with anything, you need practice and you need time. So you do need to give self grace. You do need to give self gratitude,
right?
Because of these traumas, because of whatever. But when it's time to elevate, do we have the self discipline to continue, or do we want to stay comfortable?
Right. You know what Spirit just said? Spirit said devotion. Discipline equals devotion.
I love it.
Devotion of self.
Discipline equals devotion.
Yeah, because sin is nothing but self-inflicted neglect. Shout out to Simone. Third That's all sin is. Sin is self-inflicted neglect. How are you neglecting your soul and your spirit in this present moment?
Yeah.
That's a sin against self. So it should be going back into a lens of, because I know like certain words trigger the fuck out of me. Excuse my language. Like my life coach cracks me up because she'll be like, oh, was that the word? That's the one? That's the one that got you like that today? Yeah. I'm like, yes. Man. Because discipline, I swear I hate that word.
Yeah.
Well, let's look at
I hate
verbiage. Verbiage.
Right.
You don't hate it. You don't like doing something you haven't done.
Touche.
If I've never done this before, how can I like it?
Oh,
right? I don't have any skill. I have no mastery.
It feels unknown.
I'm unsure.
And we don't like, one thing that is humans, we don't like knowing what we're not doing. We don't like not knowing what we're doing. We don't like change, and we do not like to be uncomfortable.
Uncomfortability.
We love to be comfortable.
Right.
We love to feel like I got this. I know what I'm doing. And we love to like keep stuff where it is.
Right.
And there is no growth in any of that.
And that goes
there is no growth in any of that.
We have to change our mindset. And in order to reset, for me, for those who don't know, I recovered a spinal injury. I couldn't walk or talk last year. That's how God decided to sit my ass down and get me refocused on my purpose and on my journey. I was getting ready to go way into left field. And he was like, you trying to work for somebody else, and I gave you what you asked for. You just got to put it into work. Put it into work. Have the discipline to do what you need to do. And so I started doing more shadow work. I started looking inward and saying, okay, Lord, I have to learn how to ask for help because I can't walk. I can't do nothing for myself. I'm forced to be uncomfortable. I'm forced to start having discipline to say, hey, Jordan, can you give me the cup instead of me trying to mess my own self up more, so.
She was big mad. She was big mad. She told me that shop up.
Right.
But not too much on my baby.
God humbled me real quick. There was another awakening for me. And now I'm learning different things on how to speak up and say, hey, can you slow down, repeat yourself? Because no, I don't need it. Or, hey, I don't have the mental capacity for you to keep telling me what you're telling me because I'm focused on this. So it's just evolution and evolving, what I've learned, there is never going to be a moment where you should allow yourself to get comfortable. Because if change is always changing and there's a constant change, how can that's just like flowing water. It's going to always flow. You put a stop on it, it might flood, depending on where you plug it up at, but that's another story. I don't want to get too deep because I know,
No, I mean, I think it's necessary, and I think people want to hear it, and I think your voice is necessary, your perspective is necessary, because somebody out there going through exactly what it is that one of us just said, and they needed to hear that. I feel like even on this live, like I've never been a person that's big on looking at how many people or how many followers or whatever, because if one person receives something from what we just said, if it's us, I'm fine with that. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody that's here is here and alive, for what they need to be. So, definitely, I love that. And speaking of, so go ahead on, Evie, and tell the people a little bit about yourself and also how we met.
Okay. I knew
I like to hear your perspective.
Okay. So, a little bit about me. Let's see. I've always been involved with music. I am a mother. My child is 18. Shout out to Golden Malachi.
Hey, Donnie, son.
For me, I'm realizing more so as I continue to grow who I was called to be. For a long time, I have known that there was this, spiritual side. I was a little different from other peers and people that I, grew up with. I looked at life differently. But in the sense, I kind of didn't fall into it because I didn't know my own power and own strength. So I kind of ran from it, even though I knew what I needed to be doing. But I quickly got it together because, Sky Daddy will whoop your ass. And I was very hard. Sky Daddy. Y'all might refer to him as God, Allah. I'm not here for all that. But Sky Daddy, he will get you in line.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I started making the necessary changes, getting myself realizing, stop. I used to blame everybody except for taking accountability for self. I used to find ways to say, well, the reason I'm like this is because my mama ain't show up in my life. The reason I'm like this is because my daddy did blah, blah, blah. But after a while, I had to look and like, okay, but you're getting older. You're 25 and you can't say what your mama, daddy, grandma, whoever didn't do when now you are more than capable. You're an adult. You have to take control of your life and take your life back, because I didn't pay attention to certain energies, even though I kind of knew. I would go with the flow, be like, okay, yeah, she cool, he cool, they around, not knowing that they sucking the life out of me. Just being in my presence or me being in their presence. They ain't had to say 2 words. I don't know all of that, but my spirit is heightened, my eye is heightened now, so I protect my peace and my energy a lot more. And to say that is how I met Joy. I was in a situation and I started working on myself. I realized the other person wasn't so toxic, like it was a little me too. And I said, okay, Lord, I want to make the change. So I started doing affirmations. I started doing more prayers over myself and my crown and blessing myself with oils and doing research, because I didn't have anyone to look to anymore, as far as, you have people in family, but they pass on. So I used the tools that I knew to use, and then I prayed. So, like, shout out to Money Long. Hours and hours, I felt that. I felt that in my soul when I said I was praying for hours and hours and hours. And I said, Lord, whatever, please just send the right one, because I'm tired.
And if y'all are still there with us, type in hours and hours in the chat.
For real.
It is time. But I ended up going out one night, and I went out by myself, something that I really hadn't done in a long time. So I wasn't necessarily looking, but I was also dating myself, at this point. So let me see. I've been a mother since age 16, by the way, and I'm 34. So that was my sole thing, was being a parent. So wasn't no more going out and all that. So at 30, 2:33, I'm like, okay, let me get back out here because my son is of age now to kind of fend for himself and do all those things. And I bump into Joy. We at the bar. I give her an eye and I don't say nothing. She was with her tribe. She was her people.
Yes.
I was solo, but I had a whole army with me. And
shout out to the shirts.
Shout out to the shirts. Make sure you go to joysoulmusic.com.
Yeah.
But and I just put myself out there. I didn't allow fear or anything to stop. I didn't allow that this was a woman who was completely different from what I had normally would shoot or talk to, as they would say, and I just threw it out there. I, talked, introduced myself. We got to talking. She was cool. Her tribe, her soldiers, they was ready. It was a little thick to get to her. She had top flight.
She had to go through the battle.
Yeah, I had to go. I had to go to Babylon.
Shout out Lauren and Alfred.
Right. And I love them. So I was very much so nervous, especially because I know I was working on things and I could tell how she moved and carried herself, what type of woman she was.
Mm-hmm.
And I was nervous as shit, but I say, what's the worst that can happen? She's not gonna like you. So if it just be you, and that's all I've ever done is authentically been myself.
Yeah.
And that we had conversations. It was cool. I wasn't stalking, I wasn't sitting there. I didn't stalk a little bit. I'm gonna be honest. It was her friends who put me through the door. Once they got cool with me and saw how cool I was, they was like, "So y'all exchanging numbers and y'all gonna date and meet up." They was already setting up dates and planning for us.
When I tell you, I was looking at my friends like, "Who are y'all? And what did y'all?"
Yeah, shout out to Alfred and
what is happening? Y'all don't like nobody.
Yeah,
and y'all telling me to talk to her.
They
heavy like a Chevy.
And I think
it was funny.
What won her over, we were kind of club hopping, and this particular club we had gone to next. What was it?
I don't remember.
I can't remember. Yeah, it doesn't matter. But Alfred didn't have on. Right. My bad, y'all. But Alfred, his shoe game or something. They was doing like a shoe. What is it called?
They were policing the shoes. The shoes he had on works for everywhere else we went, but that particular place.
So I felt some type of way because I'm one of them people. Y'all my people now. So one of us can't get in, none of us can get in. So I was like, man, well, fuck this, let's go. Let's find somewhere else to go. And I guess that kind of drew her in. Like, wait a minute, who are you? That built more curiosity.
It was the emotional intelligence.
Thank you.
It was the emotional intelligence.
Look, emotional
and you got to do work
every time.
You got to do
emotional maturity too.
Yes.
Give me a sprinkle of emotional intelligence with a little slap of dabble of emotional maturity.
Yes. It'll win the real over every time. So
that mental stimulation.
Yes. So after we chilled for a minute, she messed around and said, "So what do you do?" We exchanged numbers. We talked that week, and she was like, "So what do you do?" And I was in transition with Elevate, and I was like, I'm no longer gonna say that I work for somebody else. I said I have my own business, and I'm a rapper. Now, being in Houston,
listen, let me tell you.
Okay.
Let me tell you this part.
So we live in Houston, Texas. Okay, home of Swisher House, home of Rapper Life. Okay. Everybody in their pawpaw want to be a rapper.
Right.
Everybody. And so it's almost one of those things where when someone says you meet somebody, and they say, "Oh, I'm a rapper," you like, "Oh, so what you're saying is you don't have no job."
I got a job.
That's what you're saying. You don't have a job.
Because they be shopping their mixtape around at 44.
You're not making no money.
At 44. And they got two cornrows that just stay stuck in place. The other ones that kind of came out, and you don't know if they black or not. So, you don't know what's going on.
She hit me with that, and I was like, she cute, but she ain't got no money. I can't do it. She ain't got no job. I ain't want to say it like that. But I mean that, it was just like you still trying to find yourself. Like what is that about? But I didn't say that to her, but I sure was thinking it. And so I said, okay, do you have music or what? And she was like, oh, I have an album out. I doing some things. And so I said, okay, can I hear some of your music? So I started listening to her music, and I was like, oh, but like she actually has talent.
That's what God asked, y'all.
Like she could actually
That's
rap.
when she shut up.
Okay, she can
She
rap.
was like,
She can rap a little bit. Okay, she got a nice little cadence about it. Okay, she do, and she had a website. She had all these years of experience. As I started to get to know her, that she had gone to LA. I'll never say it right. LA.
Right, the Los Angeles Film and Recording School. So LAFS, LAF.
Yes. So she's gone to school. You know what I'm saying? So I said, okay. So you have some things in place already. Right. And I'm a dreamer and I'm a business owner. So, I'm the person that's like, I don't want to, knock anybody's dream, but what are you doing already?
Right.
And so the fact that she was already doing some things in the industry, I said, okay, I'll give her a chance.
Thank you. Grace and gratitude.
Mm-hmm. She just needed a toe in the dough.
Yeah, I just needed a toe in
the dough.
Right. Hello, Kimberly. Greetings. So that was that. And then I said, well, where do you go to record? And we're going to wrap this up in a second.
Right.
But I was like, well, where do you go to record? And mind you, about a year prior to meeting Evie, I was woken up every morning at 3:33, literally for like a week, 3:33 every day. And it was like, okay, let me get up, let me pray, because I know, that's the time. So, okay, let me get up and pray, meditate, whatever. But then it was like, I pray, I meditate, and don't hear nothing else. Okay, let me go back to bed. But it kept happening. And I was like, what? Why? Why do you keep waking me up at 3:33? And we often like to talk to spirit, but we don't like to listen.
Oh, child, that was the one.
And so it was like, if you listen, I'll tell you. And so it was like, I need you to record your voice. And I was like, now, wait a minute, hold up, stop. Now, you gave me a lot of gifts, God. I can do hair, I can speak, I can, create stuff with my hands.
Gonna make it real uncomfortable for you.
I can't sing. I can't sing. What do you mean? I can't sing. And so it was like, I need you to speak. And so I was like, well, I already do that. So I started recording myself on my phone and like, okay, cool. That's what no. I need you to actually like record it in a studio. I don't know nothing about the music business. Like, what do you mean? And so I said, okay, well, this is how I have conversations with God. This your idea? You make all the pieces come together. I'm going to do my part. What's my part? It's my part. Okay, I'm going to write. So I started writing. I started just writing affirmations, writing what I didn't know at the time were songs. And I just started writing. And I said, this your idea. Yeah. So you got to bring me the producer. You got to bring me the studio. You have to bring me the people that are going to help me with this because I don't know anything about the music industry. And quite frankly, I don't have no money to be trying to fund no music career. So what, I'm
independent. I ain't got no budget.
Right. So I was just like, well, what are you doing? And so I just started writing. So by the time I met Evie, I had all of these songs.
Right.
Which I didn't know they were songs at the time. They were just affirmations. So when I said, well, what do you record? She said, oh, well, I go to this place. It's really cool. Like, shout out to Audible Studios.
And Danny.
And Danny, my producer. She had worked with Danny. She was like, I know a person. He's really great. He listens to the artist. Like, he supports you. And for y'all that don't do music, like, you got to understand, working with a producer that listens to what the artist hears and what the artist wants is so important. And so she had everything with her. The studio, the producer, how to record, all the things. She had everything with her. So when I asked, she was like, okay, cool. Let me connect you with the people. And so, boom, here go the link. Lord, it's your idea, so you got to send me the people. And he sent me Evie.
Yes.
Or God. I don't want to say he, because God is a spirit, not a person. So she, them, they, all of it. And so
we are one.
And so, yeah, so that's what happened. She introduced me to my producer. She introduced me to the studio. And she told me about her journey in the music industry, how she had been taken advantage of, how times when people stole her music, how, I wrote this song, I let somebody hear it. They said, okay, cool, I'm gonna listen to it and think about it. And then you listening to the radio months later, and you like, that's my song. And that's not my voice.
Oh, wow.
So, you know, like all those
Pain
things.
stays home.
Hey, name got my daddy blood on it.
No,
And so, you know, she said, well, here's my thing. If I'm gonna help you with this, I want to make sure that you don't fall in the pitfalls that I fell into. I want to make sure that I, you know, put you around good energy. Like Audible Studios don't even allow weed smoke at the studio. Like they're super, super professional. And I knew that I wanted to be around professional folks because I don't do nothing halfway. Okay. Right. So
ain't no half stepping.
So we recorded, long story short, we went to the studio, we recorded, wrote, recorded, and finished Vibe With Me in 4 hours. She hopped on the record. She lended her amazing voice. And that was the song. That was the first song. And I invited my friend Dawn, who calls me Pound Cake Design Inside. I invited her to the studio. And she was like, so you know that you're recording an album, right? And I was like, no, I'm recording this song. Nah. And she was like, no, baby, you're getting ready to record an album. And I was like, oh, so I'm in this thing.
Hello.
Okay, I'm in this thing.
2 feet in there, like
2 feet. And so, you know, the album that you guys know and love as the Joy Soul Experience was written and recorded in 6 months. And every single song just came, either it was already in my notebook and I added to it, or, you know, I wrote it inspirationally in the studio. We found beats and, you know, did that type of thing. And we have what you guys are experiencing now. So just to let you know, I am working on the next album. We do have a few songs already recorded. And, you know, it will be dropping very, very soon, sooner than you think, actually. And yeah, but that's kind of how this all sort of came together, you know? And then this podcast, Lady Gratitude Podcast, as you guys will start to see it roll out, is really, it's a sneak peek into the conversations that we already have. Basically. Into the stuff that we already do. And so, you know, that is pretty much, you know, what we're doing here, and then how we all are connected and interconnected, just so you guys can know. Do you guys have any questions before we get ready to drop the video? Someone said the power and command in your voice is everything. Thank you so much. Thank you, Kimberly.
Yeah, Collaborating Voices Foundation said that I was just sexy and swagger.
Hey, and she was. Secret Weapon says, hello, love and light. Hi there. Chickpea says, yes, I also do music, so I know all about that. Yes, you feel me, right? Like having people that listen to you as an artist and support you is so, so empowering. Did we miss anybody else? I don't want to miss anybody. Manuela, hello. Thank you. Thank you guys for joining. Yeah, so, okay, so we said all of that. We're not going to hold you long. I know y'all got things that y'all want to do with your Saturday night. So thank you for hopping on with us. And we are going to, without further ado, are y'all ready to see the video? Are y'all ready to see the video?
I'm going to turn this
type on there. Type on there. I'll call my power back in the chat if y'all ready to see the video. Type I call my power back. Type I call my power back in the chat if y'all are ready to see the video.
It is time. It is time.
Yes.
My.
And also, so leading into the video, I Call My Power Back was the very last song that we recorded on the album.
Yes.
We spent that whole session recording a whole different song. We had 15 minutes left in the session. I'm starting to see that I Call My Power Backs come through. Ashe. We have 15 minutes left in the session. And Danny looked at me and he said, we got 15 minutes. You got anything else? And I said, you know, I have this little affirmation that I've been speaking over myself for the last 4 years. It started off with the first line and then it just started to grow. My sister is on this chat. Hey, Mika. And she can tell you, I sent her a little like short paragraph of it. Like I've been saying this over myself for years. Right. And I said, you know, I have this little affirmation that I say over myself. Let's just kind of flow with it. So he said, cool, let's do it. I recorded I Call My Power Back in 2 takes. We really got it in 1 take, but I was like, let's just be safe, just in case I missed a word or something. Let's just do it one more time. So we did it in 2 takes. It was the last like 7 minutes, 10 minutes of the session, and it felt right coming out. And he was like, do you want to do anything? I don't want to do nothing else. That feels good. That's it.
Spirit just said
Send it.
The reason why that song went viral in particular is because that one was more authentically you. That one got you through so much.
It sure did.
That one got her through so much that literally it was like literally encoded in her DNA. So like when you guys are hearing her say, I call my power back to me from every timeline, portal, space, it's like that was literally her ritual. That was her spell of reclaiming her power. Absolutely. So that's why I think it reigns so authentically to most of us when we heard it, because that literally was a protection ritual. That was a protection spell for her.
It was
for years.
For years.
Yeah.
For years, y'all. This wasn't just something that I just wrote. Like, I have been saying this since I know 2019, 2020. I've been saying this over myself for years. And so we did it in 2 takes. I said, boom, that's it. Evie said, wait, I hear a little something. So she added her background vocals and her ad libs, and that was it. I was like, I don't know. That's it. Cool. I was thinking that another song was gonna hit. Like, we were like, oh, this one don't do it, or this one don't do it. And I Call My Power Back was the one. And so I'm so grateful. Real quick before we do the videos, Carmen says, my granddaughter says she loves your music because it's so spiritual. Love Jones, age 10. Oh, thank you. Oh my, do y'all know I cry like every day because y'all say stuff like this, and I'm like, that's amazing to me. Like, not that I don't, I'm just thinking like, oh, it's something, I really take it to heart, because like to hear when people say, my parents died and we would listen to your music. Right. And I have those memories of my parents, the last few years or the last few months of their life, we were listening to your music. And, my goddaughter, who's 10, or my granddaughter, sorry, who's 10, loves your music. And, me and my sister-in-law have kind of come together because of your music. And like that type of stuff really blesses me. I really, really appreciate that, y'all. So CC Star says, the song blessed me so much, I sent to my daughter and granddaughter. I love it.
Come through generational healing.
Yes. We're doing generational healing for sure. So Evie's gonna go do some technical stuff real quick. And then when she comes back, we will be showing the video. Someone says, are we doing another chat session again? I really love this regularly. You know what, Kimberly? Yes, we will. I said this year, I'm a little bit of an introvert, right? But I'm like, I really want to get out and put my face out more and like talk to y'all. So we will be talking more. We will be going live more. You guys will see me more.
Yeah, y'all help me push in that direction. Go live.
I'm a little shy, just a little bit. But I love like talking and really truly connecting with people. So we definitely. Yes, and yes, the YouTube memberships, all that kind of stuff. We'll do another chat and we'll talk about all that stuff then. But are we ready to do?
Yeah, we're ready.
Okay,
I'm waiting. Okay, you ready to introduce it?
Okay, so
get ready.
Without further ado, this is I Call My Power Back. She's gonna turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn the camera for us. I don't want to share the screen.
Can you just turn it that way?
Yeah, I'm about to. Yeah, we're just gonna do
And
this.
also it will the video will go up live on my YouTube channel right after this recording, or right after this live. So you guys will actually be able to see the actual video itself. But we just wanted to, what's wrong?
I'm gonna do something.
Okay.
Hi y'all. Beautiful people. So beautiful.
Oh, can we share it there? Would they be able to hear it?
Yeah.
Oh, you're so smart. I don't know how to do none of this, child.
Yeah. Let's do this. I'm coming. Y'all see what I'm doing? I know y'all see what I'm doing. And now you had it in the what?
It's in the right now it's unlisted. So you can view YouTube Studio. Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure that's where you had it before I click. Y'all bear with us. Give us 2 seconds. We gotta buy some more cameras and software. Mm-hmm. Donations, Sheila. Send the collection plate around. No, I'm just okay. So is it down here for you?
It should be under content.
Okay. Thank you for helping me think, because my brain. Here we go. Yep.
And then if we can.
There we go.
Are you sharing the screen?
Yep. Ask them if they can hear.
Guys, can you hear?
Y'all ready?
Type in the chat. We can hear if you can actually hear the music too. I want to make sure you can hear it.
Should be sharing.
Can you guys see? Is this?
I call my power back to me. From every person,
sound
place,
is in and out.
from every space.
Okay, pause it. Connection stuttering in and out, sound, they cannot see it or hear. Screen is black.
Okay, hold on.
Someone said, now we do.
Y'all see it now? Good. All right, I'm working on it. Just give me a minute. I'll tell you I'm finished. Y'all ready? Okay.
So Chickpea, listen, Chickpea, I need to call you, child.
There we go.
Okay, we can see it now. Make it a full screen.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I see it. It's popping up here. And started back.
I call my power back to me. From every person, place, entity.
The connection is being slow because I see here it's kind of stuttering. Hold on.
Yeah, I see it.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay, so what we're gonna do is this.
You can see it.
I call my power back to me. From every person, place, entity. From
it might need time to upload.
Let it upload because I see it's uploading. So okay. Hold on, y'all. Thank y'all for bearing with us. Let me see.
Okay. Adria said it left and came back and it's back. Okay, that's a full screen. I think I see it. Okay. All right. So just stop because it's catching up. I'm looking at your screen and there's a delay.
Right.
So gotcha. Just kind of like leave it alone for a second.
Okay.
So that it can catch up because I see what it just did just now. And I see you clicking the pause, the rewind button.
Mm-hmm.
I hope they can hear the sound.
Yeah, they should. It's
Okay, Carmen says she thinks it's good. Okay. Chickpea says she thinks it's good. Adria says it's good. Everybody's saying it. Mika says she can see it.
Okay, we're finna go one more time. It might be the connection of the.
I think it's our connection. There should be a delay.
I call my power
back
just
play it through
from every person,
because then that way,
entity, from every space,
because then that way they can see
time and dimension.
It's a
from
delay.
Every connection, attachment, and vessel where I left it. Anyone and anything.
It's like
attempting to fight with my energy. You do not have my.
Let's do this.
Let me see your phone.
And I call my power back.
It's a glare. I'm gonna stop it. Now the sound just left. We can hear the sound is buffering. Sound is great. It went viral because I claim it was me in the video. All right.
Public set as instant premiere.
You got it now?
Yeah, I'm gonna just make it live.
Yeah.
I'm just make it live.
Yeah. Okay, let's do that. Woo! So we're gonna play it. And then cool. I love this. Bam. Bam. Share screen, share, mute. Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead on and let it go up. And it's giving a premiere in 1 minute and 35 seconds, 36 seconds. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Oh, it's all right. Because I really want y'all to get this, and that's the whole point of us coming here. So we are going to go ahead on and get ready to wrap this up. And what you guys can do is once we get off of here, you can go to my videos and it will be up. It's I did it as an instant premiere. And so it is going to be live in 1 minute, 60 seconds. But thank you guys so much for.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, so come on back around.
Yeah, I'm coming so we can end.
And then we've got 46 seconds and the video will be live on the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
We still learning. We gotta get some more equipment, I guess.
Yeah.
But thank you guys so much for joining us. Thank you, Carmen. Thank you, Robert. Thank you, Chickpea, for definitely coming in clutch. Oh my God, you're the dopest. We definitely gotta make follow her, but her back. Adriana, I'm sorry, Adria, everyone that joined us, just thank you guys so much for your love, for your support, for your prayers. Please continue to keep them coming. We appreciate you. We love you. We will definitely see you again on the Lady Gratitude podcast. Yes. I definitely will be having some more music coming out very, very soon. Thank you so much for supporting us. Y'all tell everybody your handles so that we can have everybody follow you.
Yes, my Instagram is Ms_Creole Baby. So MZ_ Creole, CREOLE BABII. And my Facebook handle is Jordan Soul Glow Arsenault. So JOURDAN Soul Glow ARCENEAUX.
Okay. And you can follow me on Instagram at Evie Stacks Music, and that's Stacks with a Z. So it's EV as in Victorious IESTACKZ.
Thank you, Roxy.
On all social media platforms.
Evie Stacks Music, Jordan Soul Glow, Joy Soul Music. We love y'all. Thank you so much. Go watch the video. And in all things, gratitude. Love y'all.
Holla.
Girl, that food was